Welcome to the channel, Life with Yolan L. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you. Today I want to talk about talking to my family and friends about being a spiritual person. Okay, that is not always what it's cracked up to be. Okay, being that I went through my awakening at 19 years old, I didn't know what it was, as I said before. So I didn't know what to say to them because after I went through my awakening, I was in bed for almost 2 months. Like not knowing, like anything, like in terms of like what was wrong. I just know I'm feeling all of these feelings and I have no idea, like what to say, what that was wrong with me. So I really had nothing really to say to them. I know what I was feeling, but I couldn't talk to them because what I was feeling, if I'm telling them exactly what I'm feeling, I didn't want anybody to look at me strangely and think that I'm crazy or something is wrong. I don't want to hear anybody talking about me. So therefore, what I do, I kind of keep it to myself. As I said, I learn to hide my feelings. Okay. Having been raised in a Christian family, I was raised in a Christian family, right? So throughout my whole life, I have never heard anybody spoke about spirituality, like being spiritual and having a gift. Never heard, never heard of that before. Never heard. So as I said to you, I didn't know what was wrong. But then my feelings, as I said before, I hid them because I didn't want anybody to really find out what was going on with me because, it's like my feeling go and it comes, after about like after a while, all the heaviness, it started to go and come. It had days when I'm having good days and days when it's really not so good. But when I'm having good days, oh, it could be so free and beautiful. And when I'm not having a good day, I was so terrified of these feelings that they're going to come back. And they always do. So I learned to manage that. I really and truly learned to like, okay, when it come, I'm like, okay, I'm having a good day today, so I'm dealing with it. But I learned to live my life. I really and truly learned to live my life. When I'm having a really bad day, I deal with it. And when I'm having a good day, I'm praising God for that good day. But I never really spoke to people about what was really going on with me. Never really spoke to them because how can I? I can just say like, okay, like my feelings, I didn't have name for it. So whatever I was feeling, I call it the feelings. And the stuff that I was feeling, I call it my side effects. That's what I used to call it, the side effects of the feelings. I didn't know what it was. Guys, let me tell you something. It wasn't until I was in my early 30s, 30, 31, that I was married, had one son, and I just had a baby. And I found out, like after I was there, I started feeling sick, real sick, and I didn't know what was wrong with me. And I know it wasn't a normal feeling that I was feeling. It was something more than that. And I would take in and I would end up in the emergency room and all the time I would keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And one day a doctor, a big dude, a white guy, he said to my husband, what is wrong with your wife? And he said, I don't know. And he said to me, I've seen this a lot of times. He said, go and get some help for your wife. And my husband said, what do you mean? He said, listen to me. You're from the islands. Go and help your wife. That's the first time it clicked that this was witchcraft. I didn't know. I really didn't know. I was spiritual. I was hearing the spirit talking, but I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't doing anything. So we didn't know anybody. So we asked around. My husband asked around, and a friend told a friend, and we found this lady. And going to this lady, it's the first time in my life, from the time the woman saw me, she said to me, you're spiritual. I said, what do you mean? I thought she was talking about one of those other ladies. And she said, no, you have a gift. I had 101 questions for that woman. And she tried to answer them for me. She wasn't the nicest person. She turned out really not to be a decent person. But at the ending of the day, that's the first time in my life I found out what was really wrong. I had a diagnosis that it was spiritual, and she kind of answered all of these questions, and I know now about going through awakening and all these different things. I had no name for what I was dealing with all of these years. No name. And then I was like thrown, I was glad that I know what was going on, but I was like so lost because I felt like, okay, I'm never going to get rid of this stuff because I really wanted it to go. It took me a while again for me to really kind of come to grips with what was going on with me. But after a while, I had to learn to accept it, that there was never going to be a change in my life. This is who I am, and I have to learn to accept it. And I did. I did because I realized that at the ending of the day, it was my life. God gave me this gift. I didn't ask for it out there. He gave it to me. He chose me. So, my husband and I spoke, and I was like feeling like, oh God. And I said, why me? And he said, why not you? He said, look at this, look at it this way, that you're special. And I didn't feel that way. But then after a while, I realized this is who I am. So, like, I realized, okay, I'm going to try to talk to some of my siblings and them. And like now that I have, a diagnosis, that's who I am. And this is why I know in all of these different things. And I can write things down and see it come to pass. I'm not here boasting or anything. That's not what I'm at. I'm just telling you my story. I'm able to know things and see things, and these things will happen. And, I didn't access on myself, as I said. So I decided to speak to my siblings, and they weren't very receptive. I have one sister who is very, very receptive. We could sit down and talk about every and anything about all of this stuff. And I have a friend, a girlfriend that I grew up with over the years, and we could talk. My circle is very small. But I realized that being raised in a Christian environment, that sometimes some people don't want to believe that you're able to tell them things about themselves, about their life, and that causes kind of friction sometimes with other people, and they tend to kind of look down. And so what I do, I kind of stay away. I remove myself. I remove myself in love. It have some cousins I try to speak to pertaining to this, and they weren't interested in either. So what I do, I live my life. This is me, this is who I am, and it's nothing that I can do about it. In my home, my children know their mother as a spiritual person. I have a few friends that if during the course of the time that the Spirit show me something for them, and I will tell them. Sometimes what I notice with that is that oftentimes when people don't know about me and I would say something to them, they look at me, how you know that? How you did that? Like it's magic or something. I don't know, but a lot of people have a lot of questions, and sometimes I don't want to answer your questions because sometimes too I just don't feel like giving you the answer that you want. I give you a message, and if you want to take it, you take it, and if you don't, God bless you. I keep moving along and living my life. Okay? And at the end of the day, this is me. This is who I am. I learn to accept me. I love me. As I said, I didn't ask for this. This is who I am. Nobody in my family that I know. Okay, my father had a bit of this, and I was told by my father that my grandmother was a spiritual person. In my family, it has a lot of us, but I guess they don't embrace it. It does. But at the end of the day, I learned to live with who I am. I learned to live with who I am. And if I have a conversation with you and you want to listen to what I say, you do. And if you don't, I really don't let that bother me. My husband, my children, my beautiful daughter-in-law, my grandson, that's my life. That's my life. That's my life. I am so blessed that I was fortunate enough to be married for 31 years and have such a beautiful family. And at the ending of the day, my children loves me and appreciate me. And I don't let nothing bother me when it comes to that. God healed me from what people think. I used to care about what people think. And He healed me from that. I don't care anymore what people think about me. At the end of the day, this is who I am, and embrace who I am. So if there is anybody out there going through what I am going through, and you have a question, leave it down below. I would like to have a conversation, and as I said to you, apart from that lady, I have never met another spiritual person in my life. I would like to sit down and have a conversation, have tea, trade stories, talk with somebody, like differently who have been through, walked through, And I'm saying to you, go through so much. I would like to have a conversation, but I've never met anybody in all these years that I could sit and have a conversation with. And I would love to have a conversation with you. So if you are going through anything, or if you're spiritual and you want to reach out, leave a comment down below for me. Leave a comment down below. I would like to have a dialogue. I would like to have a dialogue with you, as I said. And if you have anything you want to ask me, go ahead, leave a message down below for me. This is my life. And I'm just trying to share, as I said, my stories, because I've kept it secret for so long. I've kept it secret for so long. But, my family encouraged me, Mom, it's okay, because I didn't really want to do it. I really didn't want to do this. But as I said to you, it's just me just saying, you know what, this is who I am. I love me, and God has blessed me, and I would like to share my gifts and my talents with other people. So at the end of the day, leave a message down below. Thank you for listening. Thank you for liking, and thank you for subscribing. Okay? And I thank you. God bless you, and you have a blessed and wonderful day. Looking forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye.